Det er totalt flippet, mand. Guldbagerens nye retrobrød har bagt på hinanden og fået retro-rollinger. De nye minibrød giver madpakken flower power. Så hvad med at rulle forbi Guldbageren og få en frisindet madkasse og 2 retro-rollinger for 25 kroner? Det er da ren kærlighed og kerne, mand.
Fat, bad. Thin, good.
Nu kan du se, hvor langt de kendte vil gå for den perfekte krop i 101 stjerner på Skrump.
From chunky to hunky. From no-pack to six-pack.
Well, I can still eat pizzas and do movies. Why not?
Who's toning, trimming, and trading in their granny panties?
At any moment, they could say, take your clothes off.
Find out in part 3 of E's 101 Incredible Celebrity Slim Downs.
There's no trick to it. You just have to work out.
Feel.
Hi, I'm Carney Wilson. Join me and my very own personal trainer, Lon Ray, as we count down the 101 most incredible celebrity slim downs. Now, we're in the middle of a grueling workout here, and I'll tell you my tips for losing weight as we count down the celebrity slim downs.
She may play a housewife, but anyone who looks like this lady should be far from desperate. Our number 60, Terry Hatcher. Terry's never been chubby.
That's what a mom and a dad with genetics can do.
But since Desperate Housewives took off, Terry's looking skinnier than ever.
If Terry Hatcher loses any more weight, she'll just be a voice.
Terry Hatcher probably has a lot of pressure from someone like Ava. I guess this is sort of a race to see who can sort of, thin out quicker than the other.
Thanks to Housewives, Miss Hatcher became an international star, and the British tabloids labeled her a lollipop lady. Their way of saying her head is too big for her body.
More than being thin is always about being healthy. And people think I'm thinner than I really am, and I just try to be healthy.
I actually saw Terry Hatcher in the grocery store. Of course I looked in the basket. How could I not? I saw lettuce and lemons.
Terry says she jogs to stay lean.
I would tell her to stop running as much. If she wants to run, just make it shorter times.
I just have a lot of stamina.
She's a sexy woman. The worst thing you can do is lose muscle.
But Terry's favorite form of exercise? Pole dancing. Great for the body and not bad for the bedroom.
At any moment, they could say, take your clothes off.
Pole dancing is a form of exercise? Please, God, don't let Richard Simmons find that out.
Dance with us?
I think it's great that Terry Hatcher lost weight with pole dancing, because I think it gives strippers across America hope that one day they can become a pill-popping housewife.
Did you just touch my stomach?
The tabloids may call her a lollipop, but we think Terry's delicious. At first glance, she may seem an odd choice for the countdown. Slim down number 59, Whoopi Goldberg. The funny lady always seems to be covered up with layers of clothing, so who knows how heavy or thin she is underneath.
Who says we have to be skinny? We have the right to indulge ourselves in a little ice cream every now and then.
She's quite voluptuous. I mean, she has a huge rack. I mean, she actually had to have it reduced. She's very fond of television. She's retaining water, so her booty is enormous.
One thing we do know, when Whoopi became a spokesperson for Slim Fast in 2003, she lost 16 pounds. That's the equivalent of 2 Oscar statues, or 64 quarter-pounders, depending on how you're scoring.
Any diet that includes a straw, I'm not signed up for. I like to eat my food with a fork.
Then she got political. At a 2004 Democratic Party fundraiser, Whoopi's remarks about President Bush offended some people. And Slim Fast dropped her real fast.
It's Whoopi Goldberg. What do you expect?
I think if you're going to be a spokesman for Slim Fast, you should be, in fact, slim, and if possible, fast.
Whoopi found out the hard way. A shake for breakfast, a shake for lunch, get fired for dinner.
Whoopi's lost a little bit of weight, but she could still, let's be honest, she could still lose a little bit more weight. And my recommendation would be a haircut.
What are you going to do?
This slim down can be viewed as a cautionary tale. Number 58, Matt Damon. In 1996, Damon won the role of a heroin-addicted Gulf War veteran in Courage Under Fire. Small problem. The junkie needed to be 40 pounds lighter than Matt.
If I had to drop 40 pounds, I would probably have to donate some internal organs. I don't know how else I would do it.
Matt lost the weight thanks to a strict diet of chicken, egg whites, and broccoli.
Look, I support the egg industry and the chicken people of America, but I'm not eating egg whites every day as my diet.
Very boring, no fun, and I'll never do it again, ever.
He also ran up to 12 miles a day.
Matt Damon lost all that weight because he had to carry Ben Affleck for all those years.
40 pounds in 3 months is doable. For a young man like Matt, he's still healthy, he can get away with it.
I didn't know that he'd lost a lot of weight, but that explains his disproportionately large head.
Matt's weight loss forced him to remain under a doctor's supervision for several months.
I think the lesson to be learned is if you want to be a heroin addict and lose 40 pounds, don't eat steamed chicken and steamed vegetables. Just take heroin. It's much easier.
For years, she was the unofficial spokesperson for the chubby chick. Number 57, Cameron Manheim. Then at the 1998 Emmys, Cameron rallied the troops with this memorable shout-out.
I have always felt like such a misfit, and to get this award from my peers is such a huge victory. This is for all the fat girls!
She gave them props. There was fat chicks all over the world jumping up and down. You know, I don't know if y'all felt it, but it's like, woo!
I think Hollywood was kind of looking at going, what does she mean? What the fat girls, what is that?
We're really ready and want to see real people on television represent us.
When she said, this is for all the fat people, she was holding up coupons for Popeyes. And yes, you did every fat person a justice because I got me 2 wings.
Hey, give me an award. I will be right up there going, this is for the big girls. Big girls rule. B-I-G girls.
Mwah! Oh, I love her. Look, see how skinny she is? They need to change the Emmys. We need to see some curves.
Cameron gave birth to her son, Milo, in 2001. Then she was diagnosed with a hypothyroid condition. So the full-figured gal decided it was time to get fit. Check out this before and after. Still beautiful, not quite as big.
I worked on a show called Ball Breakers with her. And she had the most amazing cleavage I'd ever seen. She'd bend over the pool table to shoot, and I was like, it was like 2 planet Earths would fall onto the table. It's like 2 balls in the left pocket.
Cameron lost weight, but won't say how much. She claims she doesn't follow a specific diet or exercise plan. And in spite of more bad news from docs, this time rheumatoid arthritis, Cameron stays active. She credits racquetball, swimming, and rollerblading for her new, slimmer self.
I feel so beautiful.
This slim down is for all the used-to-be fat girls.
This one is for all the girls out there who used to be fat, but are now just a little bit hefty.
This is why I'm here at E right now, because E likes fat girls. So if you don't see me after the commercial break, it's because E didn't fire the fat girl.
From the land down under, she lands on our countdown at number 56, Portia de Rossi. Why, you might ask? It's not like this girl has a weight problem. Hello? Just look at her. But for a while, Portia fell prey to the Hollywood obsession. Thin may be in, but even thinner and you're a winner. Toward the end of her stint on Ally McBeal, the actress appeared shockingly skinny. Portia claimed her schedule disrupted her eating habits.
I wouldn't have wanted to be an actress on Ally McBeal. Supposedly, the coat rack even had a complex.
That's like the skinniest cast ever. I mean, Portia de Rossi is the heavy one. Now you know you're in trouble when Portia de Rossi is the big gal.
I think that law firm should have been called Skinny, Skinnier, and damn, girl, you need a sandwich.
They had an old saying around the Ally McBeal set. The camera adds 10 pounds. Standing next to Flockhart adds 25 pounds. Which was really the way that David E. Kelley liked it. Yeah, he liked his actresses light enough that he could lift them up and put them on his knee when he gave them acting notes.
Leave it to Cameron Manheim, our number 57 slim down, to talk some sense into her pal. Cameron convinced Portia to embrace herself for who she is, not what she thinks people want her to be.
Portia de Rossi, your mother always told you are who you hang with. She was hanging with Ally. Little thin, we all know, a little thin. Now, who's she hanging with? She's looking very good now.
Portia was grateful for the wake-up call and added 10 pounds to her frame.
You need a personal trainer, you know, because that you need. You can't do without that.
On Arrested Development, the saucy de Rossi showed off her arresting figure. Since moving in with Ellen DeGeneres, Portia tossed her scale in the trash.
I find it important to, do some form of physical activity and eat. And that's, the 2 things that seem like a no-brainer.
You go, girl.
All right, it's time to sweat some more with my stud muffin trainer. I think every girl should have one.
Come on, Carney.
We're almost halfway done with the 7. Keep pushing.
I am. And we're almost halfway done with the countdown. The transformations get even more dramatic after this commercial break.
Coming up, the no butter and oil diet.
If the money was over there, I'd probably get fat too.
Which Osborne makes our list?
I imagine a coffee colonic would feel like Juan Valdez giving you a wedgie.
And from the delivery room straight to the catwalk.
Auf Wiedersehen, baby fat.
Stay with us.
5, 6, 7 now. If you don't know, let me show you how. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor.
Will this exercise make me look hotter?
Oh, yeah.
While I try to get hotter, you check out number 55.
Our next celebrity slim down might make you go, huh? Number 55, Nicole Kidman.
Nah, come on, nah.
Nicole Kidman needs to go on a diet like Courtney Love needs a Vicodin.
Nicole caught the attention of American moviegoers as the heroine in Dead Calm. In 1989, the 21-year-old Aussie still sported a little baby fat. Or for those of you who don't live in Hollywood, she looked fantastic. Showbiz does things to a girl, and Nicole was no exception. The freckles faded, the hair changed from curly to sleek, and the pounds melted off Nicole's 5'10" frame.
I like Nicole Kidman when you cannot see her internal organs, which is rare. Yeah, because I think I saw her spleen on the red carpet recently. Yeah.
By 2002, Nicole won an Oscar and lost a husband.
Tom actually wanted her to lose a little bit of that weight because he thought it would make him look taller.
When The Stepford Wives came out in 2004, some in the media whispered Nicole was too thin. We love her either way.
Not to worry, Nicole. Katie can't touch you.
If I had a job to beef up Nicole Kidman, what a good job that would be. Simply, I would just have to say she probably has to up her protein a little bit in order to build the muscle back to where it's a little fuller.
I'd lay down and die to look like Nicole Kidman. I never will, but I'd lay down and die to look like her. She's magnificent.
Hip-hopping in at number 54, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. Missy's been super-duper fly since the mid-90s, but she's always been known more for her musical talent than for her radio-friendly physique.
That line in her song, Take Off the Thong and the Tail Go Boom, that's confidence, right? That's confidence.
She could have wrote anything in there. She could have said, you know, take my jacket off and the world look nice. Take my shirt off and let's have cake. She could have said anything, but take my thong off and boom. Nah, that's borderline disgusting right there.
In 2002, Missy's health became an issue. The full-figured singer was diagnosed with severe hypertension. Her doctor ordered Missy to go on a diet to prevent further medical problems.
I'm gonna be all right. I'm a survivor.
Missy dove into an intense program of diet and exercise. She didn't just lose 71 pounds. Missy lost her gadunk-a-dunk-dunk. Before and after, amazing.
It's great Missy lost the weight. People were starting to mistake her for Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's House.
Missy Elliott lost a lot of weight, apparently by rapping. So I guess I'll start rapping.
The Slim Down Diva scored ad campaigns with MAC Cosmetics and The Gap.
I just pretty much do what I do, and I love it.
See, it can pay to lose. This actor does whatever it takes to get into character, and he's played some wild characters. Slim Down number 53, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, my little pumpkin! Nick is so dedicated to his craft, and he played a one-hand baker in Moonstruck. I'm surprised he didn't chop off his hand for that one.
Inherently, what I like to do is to change, to transform, and to play the bad guy, play the good guy. I think ultimately I'm a character actor.
I think Nicolas Cage is going to do whatever it takes to sell Nick Cage as that person. He dates Lisa Marie, he kind of becomes Elvis. You know what I'm saying?
This quirky actor always took care of his buff bod until he needed to look bloated for leaving Las Vegas. Nick went from being a hunk to looking like a drunk by eating cheeseburgers every day and steering clear of the gym. Yeah, that'll do it.
Some guys look really, sexy regardless of what their weight is. Nicolas Cage is not one of those people.
She got, what, like 20 million for laying around playing a fat drunk in that movie? Who'd have thunk that's how you could make money? I did that in college for free.
His weight fluctuates faster than his hairline recedes. And that is fast.
After his Oscar win for leaving Las Vegas, Cage came back in Con Air, cool, confident, and cut.
Can I lower this?
Go ahead.
You gonna lower yours?
Sorry, boss, but there's only 2 men I trust. One of them's me, the other's not you.
He did it by lifting weights, running 6 miles a day, and eliminating butter and oil. Cage called this his Con Air diet.
I thought it'd be good to have a different look, so mixing it up.
Nicolas Cage worked out 7 days a week. However, it's important that you take a day or 2 off to rest. Your body produces new cells, refurbishes itself. You need the rest.
You know, he could shed a couple of pounds if he just switched to less dense hair plugs.
In 2002, Nick needed to put on 15 pounds to play identical twins in Adaptation. More cheeseburgers, please.
You can ask any doctor and they'll tell you unhealthy. But if the money was ever there, I'd probably get fat too.
I would definitely consider putting on a significant amount of weight, but not for a movie role. For kicks.
I'd be more concerned about the fact that he named his kid Kal-El.
Since then, Cage shed the adaptation pounds and adapted himself to running 5 to 8 miles a day. She temporarily traded her sexy swimsuits for maternity clothes. But no matter what she wears, this German supermodel is one sexy mama. Celeb Slim Down number 52, Heidi Klum.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Klum in German means way out of your league.
Klum is a German word for she who retains no water.
Klum means, I look way better than you.
At the age of 30, Heidi became pregnant with her first child. Her cravings included plenty of German comfort food like sauerkraut soup and schnitzel.
It's very gassy. Whew, how about being behind that on the runway? That's just like a 747 taking off.
By the way, schnitzel is a fancy German word for deep-fried breaded veal cutlets. In any language, it's a heart attack on a plate. After giving birth to her daughter Lenny, the model known as The Body dedicated herself to getting that body back in shape. Heidi stuck to a high-protein diet and suffered through daily hour-long workouts.
There's no trick to it, you just have to work out.
And voila, she dropped 30 pounds. In 2005, Heidi exhibited model behavior as the host of Project Runway, a show featuring would-be fashion designers. Viewers noticed Heidi's own couture expanding to accommodate her second pregnancy. Soon afterward, she gave birth to a baby seal named Henry.
He's very cute. I mean, it's unrealistic. It hurts people like me who are trying to get ahead, okay? I don't need to be compared to these European women with these perfect bodies. She should go back to Europe and have more baby seals.
Miraculously, just 2 months after delivery, Heidi returned to the catwalk to strut her stuff in the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Heidi Klum has raised the bar ridiculously. I think now you have to give birth on a treadmill.
That was incredible. I don't have kids, but I know there was a lot of fat mamas out there. I mean, you know, full-figure mamas out there probably going, wait a minute.
The danger of Heidi Klum wearing lingerie right after giving birth is that other moms might try it and owe the humanity.
The super busy life of this supermodel probably helps keep the weight off. With 2 kids, a TV show, modeling gigs, a line of perfume and jewelry, who has time for schnitzel? Are you in or are you out? Heidi's definitely in.
Auf Wiedersehen, baby fat.
Coming up next, his supersized diet almost killed him.
I went straight to McDonald's and I got me a Big Mac.
She karate chopped the weight away.
Rappers like their women thick. So 50, you can party hardy, eat like it's your birthday.
And how do you go from hefty to hottie?
I think it's great that the fat kid could have revenge and lose the weight and now marry a supermodel.
Stay with us as the countdown continues.
Imagine eating McDonald's 3 times a day for 30 days. Well, Morgan Spurlock did just that, but it was no happy meal.
Our Slim Down number 51, Morgan Spurlock, wrote, directed, and starred in the 2004 documentary Supersize Me. Egg McMuffin for breakfast, McRib for lunch, double quarter pounder for dinner, Big Mac for a snack. Needless to say, the fries weren't the only thing that got supersized.
I think you almost got 10% of your body weight gained, so you've pretty much gained 17 pounds in 12 days.
I left from seeing Supersize Me and I went straight to McDonald's and I got me a Big Mac.
Morgan's body took a beating.
My advice to you is to stop doing what you're doing because it's hurting you. You're sick.
To eat it every day for a month, it was shutting down his liver, right? I mean, look at Ronald McDonald. You want to look like that?
For God's sake, the man was sweating special sauce.
All this fast food, junk food is horrific for your health. Morgan did a very good thing for the American public. Stop eating that stuff.
During the diet, I just exuded this McMusk that just kind of, this stench that you can only find, from eating a lot of McDonald's that, believe me, it's not conducive to a good, healthy sexual relationship.
Whose idea was it to put Thousand Island dressing, 2 pieces of meat, a whole bunch of cheese, and 3 pieces of bread together? That's better than sex right there.
Morgan Spurlock should definitely pay McDonald's for giving him a career. He gets to gain 25 pounds, eat all the chicken nuggets he wants, and then get rich and famous.
It's not hard to gain 24 pounds on a 5,000 calorie a day diet.
You think 30 days? 30 years, man. Eat it for 30 years, then make a documentary.
But just wait until you try to lose those pounds.
I think he owes a lot of people out there an apology because we love McDonald's. If I want to smoke, if I want to eat McDonald's, then let me be.
If you want to make a movie about something where you don't want people to eat, make a movie about razor blades.
When the film wrapped, Morgan enlisted the help of his fiancée, vegan chef Alexandra Jameson, to shed his excess bulk.
Alex put me on a detox diet after the movie was over, so she did a great job of getting me back on track.
The weight Morgan put on in a month took a full year to take off. That's 24 pounds, a quarter pound at a time.
You know what this is? That's not a bicep. That's 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese. This is pickles. This is onions. This is my sesame seed bun.
Hollywood made her an offer she couldn't refuse, but the offer came with a price. Arriving at number 50, soprano star Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Oh, thank you.
The wannabe actress was a high school student when she landed the role of Meadow on The Sopranos. It wasn't easy juggling acting with her studies. Jamie Lynn soon fell victim to the pressures of Hollywood.
Poor thing. Pressures of fame. She just wanted to be accepted,
I don't think the celebrities in general are trying to go for that ultra-thin look. It's really probably that obsessive personality or that addictive personality that drives us beyond that normal set point.
She lost a frightening 30 pounds from her 120-pound frame.
You hang around Tony Soprano enough and you're going to lose something, whether it's weight or a finger or, an ear. They're big on ears.
Jamie Lynn realized she had a serious problem and sought help. A psychologist and a nutritionist guided her back to health. The actress now speaks to high school kids about the dangers of eating disorders.
That's why I'm so open with what I've struggled with and trying to help people because, you reach them in a higher medium than, you normally could.
Our next Slim Down, or how to lose 2 dress sizes real fast, number 49, Vivica A. Fox.
She dropped 2 dress sizes. How much is a dress size? How much is that in Earth terms?
If I had to lose 2 dress sizes by next week, there's really only one option. An 8-ball.
Growing up, Vivica played basketball and volleyball and ran track. She was one of those girls you hated in high school. Smart, sexy, and sculpted.
Just cleavage isn't doing it anymore.
But most women expand a bit when they hit 35. Vivica was no exception. To prepare for the movie Kill Bill, Vivica spent 3 months in a martial arts studio.
We learned Taekwondo, we lifted weights, we worked out, and we worked out, and we worked out.
Vivica Fox was smoking in Kill Bill. She was ready to kick some butt.
What better way to revive your career than when Quentin Tarantino? Hell, if he tells you, turn into Arnold, you do it. It's Hollywood.
She dropped 25 pounds, went from a size 8 to a 4, and learned how to throw a mean sidekick.
And that's why Vivica Fox lost 50 Cent, because, rappers like their women thick. So 50, you can party hardy, eat like it's your birthday.
These days, Vivica credits Ty Bo for maintaining her sleek figure.
You're gonna get flexibility, you're gonna get slimming, you'll get body toning, you can get everything that you ever wanted to exercise.
She kicks butt 3 to 5 times a week. Fit, fabulous, and over 40.
I learned a healthier way of life and how to stay in shape, especially getting a little bit older, how to keep it tight and keep it right.
We love that. Whatever happened to the fat kid from the movie Stand By Me? He grew up to be number 48 on our list, Jerry O'Connell. Some child stars get into trouble when they hit puberty. Jerry O'Connell just got hot. He grew 12 inches in 12 months, and the blubbery little boy became a luscious leading man. Jerry entered his 20s as a stud in the sci-fi series Sliders.
What do you think? 5 hours? That should give us time to explore and still be home by midnight.
Check out this before and after. Goodbye, husky. Hello, hunky. Jerry keeps the baby fat at bay by jogging and fencing.
Well, in college, this is how I stayed skinny. All my other friends put on the freshman 15 and went up from there. And you know, doing this at NYU really kept me in tip-top shape.
I mean, he went from being this kid who ate ham to being this actor hamming it up on Crossing Jordan. You know, I mean, he makes these faces like he's passing a kidney stone the size of Gary Coleman.
Of course, it's probably easier to keep a workout schedule when you're coming home to Rebecca Romaine.
He's the quarterback in Jerry Maguire. He's underwear modeling now. He's engaged to Rebecca Romaine. We get it. We get it. You're not the little fat kid anymore. Enough.
Jerry O'Connell grew 12 inches in 12 months. Now I see what Rebecca sees in him.
Jerry O'Connell's really lucky that he lost that weight because he was able now to score Rebecca Romaine Stamos. He wouldn't have been able to get her if he was a fat ass.
I think Jerry is staying in super shape just to make sure he keeps Rebecca. Because if she can lose to Stamos, she can lose O'Connell.
This isn't King of Queens. These aren't sitcoms where there's some fat, gross guy with a hot woman. That's not how real life works.
I think it's great that the fat kid can have revenge and lose the weight and now marry a supermodel because there's a fat kid in all of us.
Now he's not going to be known as the little fat kid from Stand By Me. Now he'll be known as Mr. Rebecca Romaine.
Deep down, it's my humor that keeps me as attractive as I am.
Next on the countdown, she went from stay-at-home mom to heavenly body.
She's supernatural. She came out of a bottle. She's a demigod.
He went from healthy to the man who wasn't there.
Anytime you get skinny enough to wear your woman's pants, not a good idea.
And who went on a pizza and milkshake diet.
I guess the good thing is that you have all that extra skin. You have pockets even when you're naked.
The countdown continues after the break.
5, 6, 7 now. If you don't know, let me show you how. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor.
We're back talking with Lon Ray about food, my favorite thing. What do I have to watch out for?
Well, Carney, it's not so much what you eat, it's how much of it you eat. Okay, you have to remember calories in versus calories out.
Yeah,
the total number
of Here's some more celebrity slim downs.
Proving there's more to life after 40, slim down number 47, Demi Moore. Through the early 90s, Demi changed her look to fit the role she played. Daily Jog slimmed her down for striptease.
But nobody wants to see me, you know, dancing and, you know, wearing a G-string and, you know, be flabby and fat.
Daily powerlifting sessions bulked her up for G.I. Jane.
You need tender? It's okay. This? A little bit. Okay, you can get dressed. So, you're quite a mess. Well, let's fix me up and get me back out there.
In 1998, Demi left Hollywood for Idaho and another role, stay-at-home mom.
Demi is the only woman I know that's had 3 kids and actually looks hotter after having the 3 kids.
Demi returned to the spotlight. In the 2003 sequel to Charlie's Angels, Demi stunned audiences with her incredibly toned body.
I'm going to go to every length to make sure that anything that isn't the most flattering on me isn't on screen.
She's well into her 40s and looking magnificent. I think her body she radiates good health.
Demi's secret for looking young is that she's supernatural. She came out of a bottle. She's a demigod.
She swam, ate raw food, trained with a martial arts expert.
Regimentation, discipline. She loves being physical.
I know Demi Moore's secret to staying thin. Ashton Kutcher.
I'm a couple years older than Ashton, so my Mrs. Robinson would have to be, a couple years older than Demi Moore. My Mrs. Robinson would be one B. Arthur of the Golden Girls.
Demi worked hard for her angelic body, and we reward her with a heavenly spot on our list.
Demi Moore is like wine. You know what I mean? The older, the better.
In Muriel's Wedding, she epitomized perky and plump. Little did we know this newcomer put on 40 pounds for the part. Slim down number 46, Toni Collette.
people treated me differently while I was, getting fat. It's quite easy for me because I know that I'm not fat.
Why do they have to hire a skinny person to make them get fat? Why just start with the fat person?
Tinseltown fell in love, and Miss Colette began to appear in film after film. With each new film role, she had fewer fat roles.
It takes discipline to go up and down in weight. Put weight on, put weight off, put weight on, put weight off. It takes a lot of focus.
I guess the good thing is that you have all that extra skin. You have pockets even when you're naked.
Diet and exercise play a part in Tony's slim down. She eats healthy and jumps on the elliptical or stationary bike every day. After Muriel, she vowed never to bulk up again for a role. But in Hollywood, vows are meant to be broken. For in her shoes, a meaty part persuaded her to get meatier.
So Cameron Diaz comes to you, and she's like, look, I want you in my movie. I want you to be homely, older, awkward. I'm gonna take your man. Oh yeah, and I want you to be pudgy. Sign me up, Cameron Diaz.
Tony is so open and fun. I mean, she's fun-loving. She's just a girl's girl. She's just a cool chick and so normal and down to earth and so easy to work with.
Does anyone really need to gain weight to play Cameron Diaz's dumpy, ugly sister? Can't you just be who you are?
Pizza and milkshakes helped Tony pile on almost 30 pounds.
You eat badly and don't exercise, and then to lose it, you eat really well and you exercise. So it is actually very obvious. There's no great mystery to it.
Toni Collette is one of those women who does look good, a little bit heavier, because it distracts you from her teeth.
I think Toni Collette actually seeks out stories where she has to gain weight. It's like Shakespeare, Spielberg, the Roseanne Barr story, I'm in. I am in on that one, okay?
It ain't healthy, which is why I'm not doing it again.
Daily cardio and Pilates took Toni back to her fabulous figure. At any rate, this gal is a plus-size talent. If the rumors about this guy are true, he eats only orange food. Our slim down number 45, Billy Bob Thornton.
Butternut squash, Cheetos, Doritos, mac and cheese. They sort of fit into one of two food groups, either harvest vegetables or foods made with space-age polymers.
There's also the rumor that he lives in a dungeon and drinks blood.
I wouldn't recommend that diet to anybody unless you live in Transylvania and you wear capes and you can sleep in a coffin or upside down and stuff.
I don't have a dungeon. I don't drink a bunch of blood for lunch, None of that's true.
During his Sling Blade days, circa 1996, Billy Bob was a pretty hefty guy. Then he became a big Hollywood star, and surprise, he got thinner.
He had all that weight when he was in Tombstone. The next thing you know, he showed up bone skinny. What kind of punk ass is that? That ain't no real man, but I'll tell you what, I would have did a little scene in Monster Ball too. Kind of sexy with a little bony butt.
Anyone named Billy Bob should not be on a diet unless it's Slim Jims and Bud.
By '98, Billy Bob couldn't stop slimming down. The 6-foot actor dwindled to a frail 138 pounds. This was 59 pounds lighter than he was 1 year earlier. Check out how skinny Billy Bob was in Armageddon. Apparently he was too busy saving the world to eat.
We've only got a few minutes left of guaranteed ability to remote detonate that nuke. If we don't do it now, we could lose control and we may never get it back.
Well, you tell the president that he better fire his so-called advisors. If you detonate that nuke on the surface, we waste a perfectly good bomb. And we have one chance to save this planet.
When Billy Bob Thornton was with Angelina Jolie, he got really skinny, he was too skinny, what is she doing? Sucking stuff out of them? Brad Pitt already looks skinny, he's losing weight. He doesn't look healthy.
Anytime you get skinny enough to wear your woman's pants, not a good idea.
Billy Bob explained the cause of his weight loss, a slight touch of anorexia. Fortunately, Billy Bob battled back. By the end of '98, his scale read 160. Good Santa.
Billy Bob Thornton's one of the only guys that has ever admitted to having anorexia. One more reason why he's such a catch.
She's a 3-time Oscar nominee and number 44 on our countdown, Joan Allen. This woman's never had a problem with weight. So wait, why is she on our countdown?
I think when the crew starts hanging their coats on you, you know you're too thin.
Well, for years, Joan Allen was naturally thin. But around 2004, the 5'9" actress began to look unnaturally skinny.
The business is all about being thin. If you're thin and skinny, you got the right body.
When you stop casting shadows, you know you're too thin.
You know you're skinny when you can see your collarbone through a sweater.
So why so slender? Jones says she just wanted to look her best for love scenes.
We both had a sense of playfulness and fun.
If you're going to get thin for a love scene, you should at least get naked.
Every other day workouts keep Joan in shape for showing off.
Joan Allen is just becoming skinnier and skinnier and skinnier. Yeah, in her next movie, she's going to play a coat rack.
Yeah.
The upside of angular.
She's a total Betty. Number 43 on our list, Alicia Silverstone. We all remember Alicia's smoking hot body in Clueless. It's amazing what 1 year and a ridiculous amount of fame can do. Alicia's next movie was called Excess Baggage. And well, we won't go near that joke. Let's just say Alicia showed up at the 1996 Academy Awards looking more voluptuous than ever before.
Some actresses, their fame goes straight to their head. With hers, it went straight to her thighs.
That year, Alicia was cast as Batgirl in Batman and Robin. But to the tabloids, Alicia was Butt Girl and Fat Girl.
I laugh. I think is just hideously ridiculous, or ridiculously hideous. It's really important that young girls have other girls to look up to that are like not going to tell you that you have to be really, really pretty to be cool.
If I was to drive past Alicia Silverstone and yell something out to her, I wouldn't yell fat girl. Hey, whitey, no. Hey, white girl!
I don't have any hard feelings towards any critics.
Still, the nasty nicknames hurt. Alicia dropped out of sight for a while. She reemerged in 2000 looking totally toned. Check out this before and after. The reason? Silverstone became a card-carrying vegan.
I'm a card-carrying carnivore. It's made out of beef jerky.
Vegans don't just give up meat. Say goodbye to dairy and eggs, too.
She won't even eat animal crackers.
Here's my theory on vegans. Too many rules. I got a lot of stuff I have to remember, like people's phone numbers, my social security number, what to wear after Labor Day. I cannot keep up with the vegan list.
The lifestyle may be strict, but according to Alicia, it's totally worth it.
I just started to look better. Like my body felt better, my whole being just felt better, and I was like, I feel kind of cute now.
Not only did she get a rockin' body, but Alicia says her vegan diet makes her skin all glowy. Alicia loves yoga and swimming in the ocean, which help maintain her fab figure. You can bet your sweet behind Alicia isn't called Butt Girl anymore. Coming up, he traded one gen for another and packed on the pounds in between.
He's always going to gain weight when he's single, but fortunately, he's always only single for like 4 seconds.
And a celebrity who loves to pig out.
It's hard to cut pork out of your diet when you are pork.
Don't move unless you're jogging in place.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back. Let's get right back to the countdown.
His weight seems to rise and fall with his love life. Landing at number 42, Ben Affleck. Good Will Hunting turned Ben into an A-list movie star with an A-list dance card.
It wasn't unlike getting ready for the prom.
But when Ben said goodbye to girlfriend Gwyneth, he said hello to his buddy Budweiser.
Well, I can still eat pizzas and do movies. Why not? You know what I mean? No, I don't work out. It's unmanly.
And just as surely as one cocktail leads to 6, a love handle turns into a beer gut.
Skinny and sober, and girlfriend, fat and drunk, having a good time, single. I'm gonna go with fat and drunk.
Maybe I should have gone another way.
He's always going to gain weight when he's single, but fortunately, he's always only single for like 4 seconds, so it doesn't really seem to matter.
Ben's bulk grew faster than his fan base. Ben gave up drinking in 2001, regained his old bod, and picked up a new gal. You might have heard about her.
She wanted him to be decoration for her entourage. I mean, between like, the Bentley and like him she'd send him to tanning salons.
Then J-Lo became a page in the Affleck history book.
Ben Affleck stays in shape when he has a woman. He's just whipped. Somebody to crack the whip for him.
Without a girlfriend, Ben's fitness regime seemed J-lower on his list of things to do.
Ben definitely is an emotional eater. I love when someone breaks up with him, because then me and Ben are eating together. Mm-mm.
Then Jennifer, number 2, came into Ben's life, and he had a reason to live again, or at least a reason to do stomach crunches. Ben soon got himself back into sexiest man alive shape. All it took was grueling daily workouts with a celebrity fitness trainer.
He does work that involves movement and agility. You can't beat the training program he's on, and you can't beat how consistent he's been with it.
Seems like Ben Affleck has mastered the try to keep your hot A-list woman diet. Sounds a lot more fun than Atkins. There's no other way to describe our next celebrity slim down except to say she's a real pig. Number 41, Miss Piggy.
What? Moi is number 41? 41? Are you kidding me? I am numero uno, sweetie. And don't you forget it.
She started out as a minor character on The Muppets, but this diva was too big for such a small part.
Miss Piggy was the original fat actress.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
Hurt? I'll show you hurt.
Miss Piggy has been captivating audiences for almost 30 years, and she's never looked better.
If you can ball it up and get Kermit and your name is Miss Piggy, props to you. You know what I'm saying? Holla back, girl. Holla back.
Oh, thank you, my love. Kissy, kissy.
You know, a little shout out to my girl, Miss Piggy. Did I just snort on camera?
She's always been a little porky, but over the years, the Pudgy Puppet's appearance has changed with the times. From fat to not quite as fat to only kind of fat.
It was hard for Miss Piggy because it's hard to cut pork out of your diet when you are pork.
How does she do it? She sweats like a pig.
I had the opportunity to work with Miss Piggy. Well, I'd do her.
In 1982, Miss Piggy released a workout album.
Yes, Moi was way ahead of my time. I invented fitness. Right after I helped Al Gore put together the internet.
Piggy's 1996 cookbook gives a few hints about how she keeps her sowish figure.
As the saying goes, real women have curves. And I've got some switchbacks and hairpin turns that'll make your tires squeal. Just ask me.
The pig herself claims she doesn't go in for fad diets like the rest of Hollywood.
Fads are dangerous! Dangerous! I found that out the hard way with spandex.
Miss Piggy's rock-hard ham hocks fueled speculation that she had a little work done.
I heard that she got her stomach stapled, which is always risky because you get your stomach stapled and your head remains the same size.
Miss Piggy's always been a lady who's comfortable in her own pigskin.
She didn't just get skinny because, you know, Kermit was skinny or any of the other guys on the show were skinny. She stuck with it. She just kept eating and eating and eating like a fat piggy.
That's why this little piggy is one of Hollywood's favorite hams.
A ham joke? All right, that does it. I warned you. Hi-ya!
Woo, it's been quite the workout so far, but we're not done yet. Goodbye and thanks for watching. Join me for the next installment. I'll be working off more weight as we count on our way to the #1 celebrity slim down. Trust me, you do not want to miss the rest of this list.
On part 4 of our 101 incredible celebrity slim downs, who snacked on potato chips and donuts to gain 30 pounds?
Everybody in Hollywood loves a comeback, so I don't see why they wouldn't love a fat comeback.
Who went a full week eating nothing but fruit?
I would eat fruit for a week. No doubt. There's an upside. You wouldn't need toilet paper.
And who went from 300 pounds to short shorts?
The reason his weight loss program works so well is because when you see the junk in his little shorty shorts, you never want to eat again.
As the numbers get lower, the slim downs get more incredible.
Sybil Shepherd was a natural-born beauty.
The model of the year is 18.